So this is a quick follow-up video from the last one. In this one, I want to show you how to use enum values instead of a ID field that uh, uses a converter to look up the drink through a database or whatever. So remember how we had these drinks here, but we were using the primary key, which in turn called the converter, which would typically involve a repository to look up the drink and return it to Spring. So instead of doing this, we're going to use an enum value instead. So how this works is I have created a enum drink. So these drinks are exactly the same. This time we don't have to use the drink class anymore because we're using an enum to represent them instead. So I've simply just gone along and changed this slightly. The endpoint is the same really, except that I'm just getting the enum values from here through the convenience method on enum, which just gets all the values. And then I've just simply gone ahead and changed this to get the selectable enum values from the model. The field I've just gone to the person class and added another list here just for the example. I'm showing you how we can use this list to add enums to it instead. So we've said to Spring, okay, well, any selected enum values, we're going to add them to this location here, which is an enum list. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And the value is instead is the enum itself. It's not an ID. So if we go look at the source code, so you can see the values here. They're not the primary key of the drink of 1, 2, or 3. It's the value is the enum itself, which is a string. So when we post these back to the server, all the server's going to get is a string value of Coke, Fanta, or Sprite. So how does Spring actually know how to convert this back to an enum? Well, enum class already has. Remember last time where we had debugging messages saying, like we couldn't find a string constructor? Well, if you want to create an enum from a string, then enum already has a built-in function to do this, and that's what Spring calls. It just calls this value of function, which is access the constructor for the enum. So if you type in like the value of the enum, that would be sent through the post request, then it would instantiate a Coke enum again anyway. So that's how it works behind the scenes for an enum. That's why you don't really need converters for enums or anything like that. You only need converters if you're not using Spring Data repository, or there's no string constructor to convert the value received in the post request to the actual object again. So using the enum, you sort of bypass that. So if we fire up the application again, I'll just restart everything. So we're just posting back to the same endpoint again, but it will just print out the object with the. So we'll add Coke and Sprite. If we go back down here, we can see here. You see the enum drinks contains the actual selected values of Coke and Sprite, which are their enum representations. Because we submitted like the string values of Coke and Sprite, we call the enum.valueof method, and then that creates the enums for us. And then because we've told Spring where to save the selected drinks, the values simply get stored back into our enum list up here. So that's how it all works for enums. Hope that helps, and see you next time.